Most people retire thinking they're ready, having followed every rule in the book, only to discover they're broke within 5 years. If you don't know the reality of what's coming now, you could regret it for the rest of your life. Mainstream retirement advice is hiding the biggest insider truths, and today I'm going to give you the practical solutions they never mention. We are going to expose the hidden traps, the math that doesn't add up, and the blueprint you actually need to survive. Traditional retirement advice is dangerously misleading. You've heard it 1,000 times. Save 10% of your salary, invest in a 401k, and you'll retire happy. But the numbers tell a different story. Statistics show that 60% of retirees outlive their savings entirely. This isn't just about bad luck, it's about a broken system. I've spent years analyzing wealth patterns and financial shifts because the standard path is no longer a safety net, it's a tightrope. So what do the wealthy really know about retirement that most of us don't? The biggest myth of retirement is that you'll retire comfortably if you just save enough. This assumes the world stays the same, but it doesn't. People often believe Social Security will cover their basic needs, but for the majority, it barely covers groceries and utilities, let alone a life of dignity. Then there's the healthcare myth. Many think Medicare will handle everything, but healthcare costs are the #1 cause of bankruptcy for seniors. Consider the cost of living versus your expected savings. If you saved $500,000 30 years ago, you felt like a king. Today, that amount might not even last 10 years in a major city due to the rising medical costs in retirement. Look at the case of a typical office worker who followed every traditional rule, maxed out their contributions, and retired at 65. Within 3 years, a single major surgery and a spike in local property taxes wiped out 40% of their nest egg. This is why the old school retirement planning model is failing the modern generation. Now, let's talk about the hidden truths they don't tell you. The first is that inflation destroys savings faster than most people can possibly imagine. A dollar today is not a dollar in 20 years. If inflation averages just 3%, your purchasing power is cut in half every 24 years. Most retirement calculators don't emphasize this enough. Second, retirement isn't just about the money. Your mental and physical health matter just as much. Many people retire and immediately see their health decline because they lose their sense of purpose and social connection. Third, there is the reality of lifestyle creep. You probably plan to spend less in retirement, but the truth is you will likely want to maintain the same style of life you had while working, which is incredibly expensive when you have 24 hours of free time every day to fill. This leads to the illusion of enough. Many retirees underestimate their daily expenses, forgetting that every day is now a Saturday. When every day is a weekend, you spend like it's a weekend. This is why your urgency to build a robust financial foundation must start today. To reach true financial freedom, you must expose the financial traps that catch retirees off guard. High-fee investments and pensions that underperform are silent killers. A 1% management fee might sound small, but over 30 years, it can eat up to 30% of your total portfolio value. Then there is the trap of ignoring long-term care costs. Nursing homes and assisted living can cost upwards of $10,000 a month, a figure that isn't covered by standard insurance or Medicare. Another trap is the timing of your home sale. Many people sell their family home too early and lose out on equity, or they hold onto a massive high-maintenance property too long until it becomes a financial drain they can't manage. To avoid these traps, you need to look at your net returns after fees and taxes. You must be proactive about your housing strategy and realize that your primary residence is often a liability, not an investment, until the day you actually sell it. Now, let's move into the smart retirement blueprint. This is the mindset shift required to survive the next few decades. First, you must assess your real retirement number, not the one a generic website gave you. This number must account for a 60% drop in purchasing power and a doubling of healthcare expectations. Second, you must diversify your income. Relying on a single pot of money is a recipe for disaster. You need a combination of traditional investments, potential side hustles, and most importantly, passive income streams that pay you while you sleep. Whether it's rental income, dividend stocks, or a digital business, having multiple faucets of cash flow is the only real security. Third, you must plan for healthcare emergencies now by looking into health savings accounts or long-term care insurance while you are still young and healthy enough to qualify for lower premiums. Fourth, consider lifestyle flexibility. This could mean geo arbitrage, moving to a location where your currency has more power, or downsizing your lifestyle early to accelerate your savings. Small changes you make today, like cutting unnecessary subscriptions or resisting a luxury car upgrade, prevent a total financial disaster later in life. There are secrets that most retirees learn far too late, and they usually start with the phrase, I wish. I wish I started investing earlier. The power of compound interest is the closest thing to magic in the financial world, but it requires time. If you wait until you're 40 to start, you have to save 4 times as much as someone who started at 20 to reach the same goal. Another late learned lesson is the impact of taxes. Many people put all their money into tax-deferred accounts, only to realize that when they withdraw it in retirement, the government takes a massive cut. They didn't account for the fact that tax rates might be higher in the future than they are now. Finally, retirees often realize too late that they completely underestimated the cost of their desired lifestyle. They planned for a quiet life, but realized they wanted to travel, see family, and enjoy their hobbies, all of which require a much larger capital base. These are the lessons you can use right now to avoid the same fate. You have the advantage of time, but only if you use it. We've covered a lot of ground today, and I want to hear from you. Which of these truths shocked you the most? Was it the impact of hidden fees, the reality of healthcare costs, or the myth of the 401k? Comment below and let's start a conversation about how we can all be better prepared. If you want a detailed retirement checklist to make sure you're truly ready and aren't missing any of these critical steps, I'll drop a link in the description for you to check out. This is about more than just numbers on a screen. It's about your future. Planned retirement is a continual process. The times are changing, and the rules that were formerly applicable are no longer relevant. It is not possible to rely on the government or your job to provide you with protection. Take responsibility for your own financial independence. Every day that you put off taking this matter seriously could be a day that you lose your freedom. It is important to keep in mind that retirement is about more than just money. It is about the freedom to spend your time, the assurance that you will not be a burden to your family, and the assurance that you will be protected regardless of the state of the economy. If you meet the truth at an early stage, you will be able to protect it. Traditional procedures were developed for a world that no longer exists. Inflation is accelerating, tax regulations are always shifting, and people are living longer. If you live for 40 years rather than 20, you will need to rethink your approach to retirement. Due to the fact that it acts as a buffer against market declines, passive income is a crucial component. Building assets that create cash flow is a better strategy than gradually reducing your cash reserves over time. Putting your faith in a large sum of money requires you to count down to zero each day. Because of the flow of cash, each day is a new opportunity. Make an effort to avoid placing an excessive amount of faith in the straightforwardness of conventional advice. The mentality of set it and forget it is the fundamental reason for the situation that has been plaguing the world for the past 5 years. Maintain your sense of wonder, continue to educate yourself, and be adaptable even when the evidence is subject to change. The choices you make right now will have a significant impact on who you will become in the years to come. Assuming that you adhere to these fundamentals and begin putting your plan into action right away, you will not only retire, but rather thrive in your retirement years. There will be no need for you to be concerned about money, which means that you will be able to take pleasure in your work. Construct the life of your dreams by beginning right now, maintaining your self-control and working toward your goals. The only way out is to tell the truth, despite the fact that doing so is emotionally distressing. You must never stop acquiring new knowledge. Doing so will assure both your future and your legacy. If you want to start making money on YouTube without showing your face, the Tube Mastery and Monetization course by Matt Parr is one of the most complete step-by-step programs available. This course teaches you how to build and grow profitable YouTube channels using automation, smart content strategies, and proven monetization methods. Even beginners can follow the system to choose profitable niches, create engaging videos, optimize for YouTube's algorithm, and generate income from ads, affiliate marketing, and other revenue streams. Many students have used these methods to build faceless YouTube channels that generate consistent monthly income, and the training includes templates, checklists, and real case studies to help you get results faster. The program is beginner friendly and comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it risk-free. If you're serious about building a YouTube income stream, you can learn more using the link in the description.